In this video, we are going over the power of semen retention for athletes. Now, this will apply to really anyone, but I want to make it specifically directed at athletes mainly, although again, if you're not an athlete, this will still work for you because this can be such a potent, powerful practice and idea for you that can really take you into the upper echelons of athletes, and I'm going to give you some examples of some incredibly famous athletes who use this method. It might be a bit of a weird one, but if you're open-minded and you want to learn something that's going to help you just in many different ways, stick around because that's coming up next. Guys, welcome to HeartSpace. My name is Dave. If you're new here, we release videos every single day on topics like this, although I get that this one's a bit of a strange one, but we release topics that are trying to help you live more of the life that you want to live in a more free way from your passion, from your heart. And we do these videos, like I said, every single day. So hit that subscribe button and bell icon if you haven't already. So let's get right into this because I know this can be a pretty taboo topic, but on this channel, I don't want to shy away from topics that I think are very beneficial and helpful just because some people don't agree with them or because some people haven't developed emotionally or mentally enough yet to be open enough to them. Because this kind of practice is backed by a lot of things and especially some incredibly famous people and athletes. And so what I'm actually going to do is to prove that to you, to show that to you, is I'm going to link a video down below that is going over some very notable famous people and athletes that practice this semen retention in their everyday lives. And they also talk about the results they got from that. That will be linked in the description. It should be the first link down there. So if you're curious to, who's doing this, why would I do this? Who does this? Well, the names of like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, Mark Wahlberg, and people like that come up. So that's who. But it will give you a ton more examples if you go check it out. So here's the thing about semen. And again, I know this can be very of a weird topic for some people, but here's the thing about it. A lot of energy goes into the process of creating semen. And it makes sense, right? When you think of it, it is the life force that allows for life. It is half of the equation when it comes to creating a human being. Imagine how much energy it takes to actually create someone. Like I'm sitting right here, and it's what created me. Right? It's the 50% of what created you, me, and everyone on this planet, every animal that reproduces in that way, unless they all do, and I'm just misinformed and not knowledgeable enough to know that. But the point is, that is not something that can happen in a way where not a lot of energy is involved, or a lot of information is involved. There is a lot of energy and information in semen. And because one of our biggest, actually the biggest biological imperative, evolutionarily speaking, for us is reproduction, a lot of emphasis is put on or is put into the creation of semen. The code, the genetics, the DNA of actually creating another person. And so when you release it kind of willy-nilly, when you ejaculate all the time, when you are someone who is just never retaining that energy, your body then has to use an incredible amount of energy to recreate it. A lot of people think it's like, oh, it's BS because, your body can recreate semen. It can create more. Yes, it absolutely can. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't take a lot of energy to do so. I'll relate it to this. If you eat a lot of food, do you feel tired or do you feel energized right away as your body digests it? You feel very tired. Now, why is it you feel tired? Because your body now has to allocate a ton of energy to break down the food you just consumed, especially if it's like heavy food, like you're eating pasta, you're eating a lot of carbs that are hard to break down. Your body now has to allocate a lot of energy towards the process of digestion, so you feel tired because your body goes, okay, it's not important to do anything else. We have to deal with this. We have to digest. It's another reason why fasting gives you a lot of energy because now you're not but you're not expending energy on the digestive process. And so the same can be said for this. When you ejaculate, now suddenly your body, since reproduction is the main biological imperative, the main biological behavior that our body wants us to be ready for. Now that you release that, your body has to be like, okay, drop everything. It is time to produce some more. It is time to refresh this life force. So if you're always releasing it, your body has to continually rebuild it. But the great thing is, if you do not release it, you actually get a build up of energy. you actually start to recycle it to the point where it energizes your body. You are now recycling that life energy, that life force. And again, I know for a lot of people this is going to sound weird, but again, check out the video I linked down below to understand this a little more. If you want it from someone that's not just me and you want to hear it from really famous athletes and actors and poets and amazing people. Not that we're not all amazing, but these people who achieved incredible things. When you don't release it so often, you maintain that energy, you hold on to it, and in fact, it is reabsorbed back into your body. And now this energy being reabsorbed can be used for different things. It can be used for repair, for recovery, for building. So now, instead of creating new semen, new energy, new life force, it is now able to redistribute it into different processes in your body. Again, that can be recovery, that could be you're building muscle, that could be, that could be it's healing something. But now it has that energy to use instead of having to rebuild, if that makes sense. So for an athlete, this is where I'm going to get to it from an athlete. For a normal person, this might not seem like a terrible thing because, if you're not working out, and I mean, that's not good. You should be, because you're going to decay pretty fast if you're not taking care of your body. But for an athlete, especially someone who is playing a sport like soccer, playing a sport like football, playing a sport like rugby, like basketball, like these sports that demand a lot and demand a lot of recovery, just think about what I said in the beginning, how now your body has to spend energy rebuilding your stores, so to speak, and can't focus on other things. And also how I said the biological imperative of the body is to be able to reproduce. So what is it going to prioritize? It's going to prioritize rebuilding your life force, rebuilding your semen over, let's say, recovery, over, let's say, healing or building. It's going to prioritize the thing that biologically, from just a biological standpoint, you're here to do, which is reproduce. Because it can't put that on hold just in case there's an opportunity in order for that to happen. Again, this is all biological, all very just evolutionary. It's not like that's the case going on. This is just how your body's operating when this is happening. And so as an athlete, if you are continually ejaculating, you're continually having sex a lot and ejaculating, your body is not going to recover fast. It's not going to heal fast. You're not going to build muscle fast. You're not going to do all the things an athlete needs to do, recover, build, restore, heal, get enough rest, all of these different things. Because your body has to continually, it's like if you tried to eat and then immediately went to a workout. Your body would be like, screw you, sit the hell down and let me digest this stuff you just put in me. You ejaculate, your body goes, screw you. I gotta refresh that. You're gonna be tired for a little bit. You're not gonna be able to put in 100%. We're not healing this little injury because it's more important that we do this, right? So for an athlete, it is incredibly important that control in this area is exercised. And again, go to the link down below after this video and check out the absolute top athletes and what they've said about it, and other people as well, about this process, because I know it's a bit taboo. But again, if you want to follow the herd, if you want to follow what normal people are doing and get the normal people results, you go ahead and do that. There'll be the people who laugh at this kind of idea. There'll be the people who will never try it. There'll be the people that be like, I jack off like 5 times a day and I'm fine. That kind of person. You go on right ahead. There's nothing wrong. There's no right or wrong. But if you're someone who wants to be an incredible athlete, if you're someone who wants to be successful and achieve certain things, right? You want to be ahead of the curve, above, you want to be in that 1% of people who are actually doing things, then this is something 100% worth exploring. Okay, that's all it is. It's just an open invitation to explore this further. Now, there are many resources, luckily for you. There is the NoFap community, which is an incredible community that helps people to get through this, because masturbating, ejaculating can be an addiction, right? It's a high. It can be an addiction if you don't have control over it. Porn ties into that as well. So there are communities out there, most notably the NoFap community, that will help you with this. People will give you their experiences. People will tell you their results from actually doing this, and some of the results people get are absolutely insane and incredible, to the point where it's one of the reasons why I was encouraged to do stuff like this. And again, there's just such a huge community. If you research or look up NoFap benefits or NoFap results or whatever, do look at 30-day, 60-day, 90-day stories of people on NoFap not ejaculating. You'll see some incredible stories. And again, those pro athletes and really prolific people I linked in the description as well. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for this one. I know this is a weird one for some of you, but bear with me here again, because this channel is not about catering to egos. It's not about avoiding things because it's a little touchy or a little taboo. This is about trying to present you with things I think can improve your life in many different ways. And for me, I'm 100% convinced this is a practice that can do that. So I wouldn't be having much integrity if I didn't bring it up. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Look up the other stuff I gave you, the resources. It's going to help you massively. As always, I love you, and I will see you in the next video.